least I didn't make you wait 45 minutes just to talk about absolutely nothing related to F1, i.e. Red Bull contracted skiers and other people that have no relation to F1 just to reveal the same livery as last year. Hello and welcome back to another fancy livery video, the final one in this series on F1 22. Got Audi here today, slightly similar to other people. I know this has already been done, but I thought I'd do it as well and do my own little take on it as well. But yes, today's video we're going to be then driving as a man who said he wants to still be around in 2026 when Audi joined the grid, and that's Valtteri Bottas here at Austria as well. We had a carnage in our recent career mode video at Austria, so what Grand Prix mode, driving as Bottas, slightly outside the top 10. Race strategies are one stop, soft to medium, medium top is slower, although Joe, our teammate, is actually going for it. So 5 lights for the Austrian Grand Prix, and after a bit of a hold away we go. It's an okay start, and McLaren gets a better start, and so does everybody else in the second phase launch. Down on the inside, don't want to get pinched in, almost squashed in there by the McLaren and the AlphaTauri in front of Ricciardo and Tsunoda there, almost going side by side. Magnussen and Schumacher, the two Andretti Cadillac cars, try and chase behind, and there was a wobble there from one of the things where he jumped up the inside of both McLaren in the end as well, but there was definitely a wobble there from one of the McLarens as well. Now we're closing up on Tsunoda up to turn 10 for an unrealistic move down the inside, a beautiful move. What is it with this series? And you know, we had it at Silverstone last week in the Lotus as driving as Fernando Alonso, and now this week at Austria as well, driving at Valtteri Bottas. Two beautiful moves there, but as well as Norris having to go behind. We'll get a replay on board with Norris and the Golf livery McLaren, the final Golf livery McLaren. What does it look like then? This joint Porsche as well. Danny inside, and then Lando clips the curb, and then Ricciardo sticks his nose in, but Lando doesn't want to be stuck behind the Australian. Then 3 wide. I think that's Schumacher trying to join as well in the Andretti Cadillac. He's going to be forced out as well, but they're going to carry on going side by side, much to the annoyance of Zach Brown. Down the inside for Ricciardo, around the outside for Norris. Who can get the better traction? I think Ricciardo will be able to keep ahead of his teammate for now. As we're watching up the road, Carlos Sainz, he's having to go at George Russell. Both start on medium compound tyres. That's why Alonso's in front of them as well. And that, you know, Sainz has been squeezed out. That is going to allow Ocon to have a go. Both have got DRS now. Down to turn 4. Ocon on the outside. Oh, and there's contact. And that's Ocon's front end plate of the Lotus gone. And now he's slow through this corner, and we're just able to. He got so much more grip with the front wing now. And he's just so slow. We're all pretty much already passed, and we'll all finish this move into turn 10. As well as Ocon does pit there up to P8. As well as Alonso now is being overtaken by Russell. Now that the fact that both Lotuses to gang up on Sainz and Russell, Alonso sitting duck and Russell's passed, as well as we're watching our teammate. He's going 3 wide, almost 3 wide with the two Andretti. He's going to be 3 wide now up at turn 3. Schumacher in the middle, Max on the left, the right, and then Joe on the right, on the left hand side there. As well as watch Daniel Ricciardo slightly up the road, and Daniel, well, Spinala, and then there's the 3 wide, and at this moment Ricciardo knew what happened next. So we're right on board with our teammate Joe Granu, and then he's lost his front wing into Ricciardo. Vettel's escaped. There's been a bit of a pile-up. Safety car has been deployed. We're on board with Latifi. He avoided the last one, funny enough. He didn't avoid this one though, and Latifi is out of the race basically. So that's going to bring out a safety car. Everyone's coming, including the medium tyre compound runners as well. So they're going to go to hard. So Sainz and Russell, that's going to be an advantage to us, especially on the safety car restart, because those hard tyres are notoriously hard to warm up. We're at the almost at the end as Zhou's coming in as well, but we're going to be comfortably clear. Mediums go on 2.5 seconds, not bad. Alonso's out ahead of us, but Alonso's been jumped by Sainz in the pits. Sainz and Russell both on hard compound tyres for the second half of the stint. But not everyone's come in. Perez has continued on, and as well as I think Leclerc as well. He started on medium, but Perez a bit ridiculous there from Red Bull. So yes, although Leclerc and Perez lead, the effective race leader is actually Max Verstappen again in this series. I mean, if we had a championship for this series, which we don't, but if we did, he would have won it 7 years ago. As we come safety cars in this lap, we resume, but Austria's not a great track. It's always this second DRS straight. That's when you can make the move of the safety car restart. Can we catch Alonso napping at turn 3? And not just Alonso! Didn't think the car wanted a break there, to be honest, but we've made the dive work on Sainz. He's been overtaken by Alonso, and Alonso's going to have a quick look at us, but we're able to power past. But yeah, well, replay on Sainz, and then Sainz tried to keep his nose in, then lost out, he took himself wide. We made up the position, then Alonso tried to have a go, then pulled back in. As well as behind us, we're watching Lando Norris. Not sure what happened to him, but he's now out of the race with an engine failure, so not a great day for the the finale of the Golf McLaren livery, as well as Perez is holding up Verstappen, and Verstappen having none of it down the inside of turn 10. Perez has to lift off because he's coming in along with Leclerc, so they're oh dear. There's been carnage. Magnussen and Gasly don't have a front wing. As I say, there's been contact down again at that corner, like there was in career mode, and that's going to bring out a safety car to mop up the debris. It's going to promote Sebastian Vettel into the points, along with Mick Schumacher. Zhou, despite the fact having a front wing change, I think it's 11th. We're P4, so the safety cars come in then. In lap 14, so we're going to have effectively 4 laps of racing to get this to decide this Austrian Grand Prix. Can we get Russell? He's on hard tyres, which are notoriously hard to warm up. We have got to watch out for Alonso. That Lotus is very quick, and Sainz as well. Even though he's on hard tyres, he is still in the Ferrari as well. Can we have a look at Russell down at turn 3? Yes. Just about getting it stopped there. We're up to P3. Alonso's followed us through as well, and he's P4 right now. So this is because we see a battle with Alonso potentially if Russell can't get those hards. As I say, Russell went deep, and that allowed Alonso to make the move down to turn 3. As we're watching Schumacher versus his old mate Sebastian Vettel. This is for P9. So don't want to lose it. Neither will want to lose their front wing, but at the same time they want that extra point really. As Alonso is now going to go. This is history. Yesteryear versus the future. Lotus versus Audi. As well, but are we able to force out Alonso into the path of Russell? So much so at turn 1 that Russell's going to have a go through and sweep through. Potentially at turn 3. There's a lock up for Russell. That's going to force him into Alonso, but Russell will eventually get the move, I think. As Magnussen has had another front wing, needs another front wing. So K-Mag not having a great race down the back, as well as we're watching there. Ocon has managed to recover. They're going side by side, Sainz and Alonso. Russell defends, and both of them parts in the middle. Russell's able to reign P4. Alonso will be P5, and that is going to be it. Verstappen and Hamilton were in god-tier countries, they all usually are. So in the end, but it's a podium for Audi the only time I'm going to see them on this game in this Fantasy Livery series. But nevertheless, a podium from 12th place. Austria just, you know, I think we're going to have to do more game experiments at Austria, because clearly there's some sort of coding in the F1 game that means that Austria is always such a chaotic race. Joe had to make a second stop in the end, so that's a shame for him. So otherwise, you know, he could have got P10 really. He could have got points there. A lot. Vettel Schumacher missed out on points as well. So such a shame for them, as Leclerc and Perez, even though they had to make an altered that later stop, did come through for 9th and 10th. So yes, that's where I'm going to leave it for this series. Let me know which liveries you want to see on F123, because they are going to come, well, earlier, I think. Hopefully that ultimately depends on what the modding situation is like on F123. But if mods are the same as they are on F122, then they'll be. The plan is to bring them out earlier. So let me know which liveries you've liked in the past, which liveries you want to see on F123. So yes, until the next video, then I'll see you next time. Take care. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy your day, and goodbye.